the $350,000 problem hiding in your lead response time. If you're waiting 24 hours to call a digital lead, you are losing 9 times your potential conversions. If you're spending money on digital ads and your team isn't calling them within 5 minutes, this is costing you massive revenue. Your connection rate will go up to about between 60 and 80%, up from 30 to 40%. Your competitor advantage will disappear. You'll be the first to contact the inquiry, which will put you in the box seat to be able to convert them. Your ROI on your digital ad spend will go through the roof. You'll be converting 3 times more for the same ad spend.
Welcome to the Master Dealmakers Secrets podcast. And now, here's sales growth strategist, John Blake.
Welcome to Master Dealmakers Secrets. I'm John Blake. This is episode 254. And today we are going to talk about the $350,000 problem hiding in your lead response time. So I had a call this week with a business owner. He is spending the best part of between $8,000 and $10,000 a month on digital ads. And I had a pretty interesting conversation with him. They're getting about between 15 and 20 leads a week, and they're converting maybe 3 or 4 of those leads. So I asked him 2 questions. I said, how quickly are you calling those leads? That was the first question. And he said within 24 hours. That is a problem. And I'll tell you why. If you're waiting 24 hours to call a digital lead, you are losing 9 times your potential conversions. Let me show you what I mean. So if you're spending money on digital ads and your team isn't calling them within 5 minutes, this is costing you massive revenue. Just that one move is costing you massive revenue, because most businesses have a policy. They'll say, well, all leads need to be called within 24 hours, or call leads within the same business day. Sounds reasonable. Wrong. It's dead wrong. And the reason why is that by the time you call them 24 hours later, they've already talked to 3 of your competitors. They've already made a decision, and you're just window dressing for the quote that they were going to go with anyway. So here's what's really happening. The digital lead journey without speed to lead, our zero, within 5 minutes of them having submitted an inquiry, they're in decision mode. And people have incredibly short attention spans. If you're not getting back to them within that 5-minute period, there is so much potential of them becoming distracted. So your competitor calls them within 10 minutes. They start building rapport. They book a meeting. By hour 4, your second competitor calls, gets a polite, thanks, I'll review this and get back to you. 24 hours later, you finally call, your prospect doesn't answer, you leave a voicemail. Day number 2, you call again, still no answer. You send an email with your quote. Day number 5, radio silence, you call them as you mark them as not interested in your CRM. You just lost a deal that you never even had a chance with. So the 3 reasons that businesses lose the 5-minute window. Reason 1, no actual system for triage. So let's go to the second question I asked, which was, what percentage of the leads that you are you actually getting in contact with? And I'm pretty sure the number was like 30 or 40%. And so that is also symptomatic of the fact that they're not calling them back within 5 minutes. So leads go typically into this is sort of the typical system that I see with business owners that I work with. Leads go into a general inbox. It might be orders@businessname.com. Someone checks it when they remember. There's no real priority and no urgency. The business that I mentioned, spending between 8 and 10 grand on ads, no one was assigned to monitor the leads in real time. So what often happens is that the other reason that we don't get back to leads within 5 minutes is there is this understanding that, we need to research the lead first. So your team thinks that they need to check them out on LinkedIn or visit their website or prepare talking points. And by the time they're ready, the prospect has already booked with a competitor. And the reason number 3 that people don't get back to a new inquiry, a paid inquiry within 5 minutes, is that they are batching processing leads. So the sales team might check the inbox like twice a day. They might batch the morning lot at 9 o'clock and the afternoon lot at 2 p.m. Meanwhile, leads are coming in all day, sitting there going cold. The data is absolutely terrifying. So if you call within 5 minutes, you're 9 times more likely to convert them. If you wait longer than 30 minutes, your conversion drops by about 80%, because 80% of digital leads go with whoever respond first. So the lead triage system, I'm going to show you the exact system I implemented with a client that took them from $600K per week to $1 million in sales per week. This particular client was spending $100,000 a month on digital advertising. The business had 7 salespeople across 3 offices, a central inbox. Any salesperson could cherry pick any lead that they wanted whenever they felt like it. Some leads were sitting there for 2 weeks. So what we did is we implemented what we call a lead triage system. So part 1 is there is a person who is responsible for contacting those leads as soon as they come in. So this one lead, this one move, this one change is such a free kick, because regardless of obviously I work with people on the languaging that they use, the questions that they ask, the qualification system that we put in place for them. But this one move, in the absence of anything else, increases your likelihood of converting that lead by 9 times. It is such a free kick. So the having somebody to call that lead as soon as it comes in. So we had a system with this client that was spending $100,000 a month on leads, where they had a 3-hour window that was assigned to 4 different salespeople throughout the day. So between 7 and 10, there was one person that was responsible for triaging the inbox. From 10 until 1, there was another person who was responsible for triaging the inbox. From 1 until 3, a third person, and from 3 until 7 p.m., there was a 4th person. So each person's doing their job. Number one thing, monitor the inbox, call within 5 minutes. Not 10 minutes, not when I finish this other call. It's like straight away, 5 minutes. So the script was pretty straightforward. It was like, hey, I just want to let you know I've received your inquiry, and I can actually help you with this now if it's convenient. If not, we can arrange a time for tomorrow where we can have the conversation then. What would you prefer? So their conversion just on actually contacting leads went from about 3 out of every 10 to 8 out of every 10. So it was a massive shift. So outcome number 1, they engaged straight away. They got information. They were able to book a call, and then tomorrow, if the call was booked in tomorrow, the person would be expecting the call. So there was a much higher connection rate. Outcome number 3, if they were busy, they would book another time, and that they could talk then. So the idea is to contact them while they're warm, lock in a next step or the next conversation that you're going to have with that person before they talk to their competitors. That's the most important part. So then track the results. So if you're going to do this, if you're going to have somebody that's dedicated, number one goal is to ring those leads before they come in, I guarantee you will see a shift, and you will see also a shift in your conversion rates. So track connection rate first. Out of every 10, how many do they actually talk to? Then what you will find is that you'll actually probably talk to between 2 and 3 times more people just to begin with, this before you've even had a sales conversation. Then what you want to do is track the conversion rate. So Each hour, every person loses 3 hours of time, but gains 2.5 more qualified prospects to sell to. So even if you just hired one person to monitor the inbox, it would be absolutely worth it in terms of the actual shift that you can create in your results. So the return is staggering. 9 times higher conversion, 2 to 3 times higher connection rate to start off with, because the more people you connect with, the more opportunities that you have to make an offer. So most businesses know that they should be responding faster. They just don't have a system for it. If you want help building a lead triage system and a systematic sales approach to converting more of your digital inquiries that you are paying good money for with your team, the sales team diagnostic on my website is designed specifically for that purpose. So the best thing to do is to do a search for John Blake Sales. My website will come up. You want the sales audit. Book yourself in, and for a couple of $100, I can spend 90 minutes with you and I can show you exactly how to put this into practice in your business. So when you implement this, what's going to change? Your connection rate will go up. You're going to talk to between 60 and 80% of your leads instead of 30 and 40. The industry benchmark for digital leads, especially digital leads from Facebook, is about 20 to 30%. So your connection rate will go up to about between 60 and 80%, up from 30 to 40%. Your competitor advantage will disappear. So you'll be the first to contact the inquiry, which will put you in the box seat to be able to convert them. Your ROI on your digital ad spend will go through the roof. You'll be converting 3 times more for the same ad spend. So the business that I mentioned at the start, they're spending between 8 and 10 grand on ads. They're getting 15 to 20 leads per week and converting 3 or 4. Within 5 minutes, they are still going to get the same amount of leads, but now they're going to be talking to between 12 and 16 leads instead of between 6 and 9, and their conversion rate will go from 6 to 8 per week instead of 3 to 4. So that's doubling revenue from leads without spending another cracker on ads. So if you're spending money on digital ads, here's what I want you to do this week. Track your current connection rate. How many of the leads that you are getting are you actually connecting with? Out of every 10, how many do you actually talk to? How many respond to an email or a text message? If it's under 60%, implement the triage shifts, or have one person that's dedicated to ringing those leads as soon as they come in. Assign people to monitor the leads. Create a simple triage script. Make it about connecting and booking next steps, not selling. All you need to say is, hey, just wanted to let you know I've received your inquiry. We can talk about this now if you want, or if now's not a good time, would you prefer tomorrow morning I can book a time for you? That's all you need to say. So if you call within 5 minutes, you're 9 times more likely to convert. If you wait longer than 30 minutes, your conversion rate will drop by 80%, because 80% of leads go with whoever responds first. So fix your lead triage system, assigned shifts, call every lead within 5 minutes, full breakdown that I have just gone through with you. Good luck with that. I'm sure that you will put that into practice. If you need to go back and listen to the episode again, do that. And if you, as I said, would like some help with this, you can go to my website and apply for a sales diagnostic on my website, where I can help you to implement this in your business. Thanks for listening, and I will look forward to talking to you on the next podcast. Cheers.
You've been listening to Master Dealmaker Secrets with John Blake. Subscribe to get more in-depth strategies and maximize your sales process with new episodes every other week. And double your inquiry to sale conversion with the lead flow you already have. Go to johnblakeaudio.com for his exclusive, free, no-fluff audio training and companion PDF guide.